Hi, and welcome to your reading for the new moon in Cancer. Um, Today I haven't shuffled. I don't know what I'm going to encounter during this reading, but one thing for sure is that before going into it, I kind of felt some type of romantic vibes. So I think it's like I'm hearing discovery of love. If it's not self love, it's finding love outside of yourself, like relationships, friendships, family. And because Cancer represents a family, structure, emotions, feelings, um, fluidity as well, and it's represented by the water element. You might be feeling a little bit emotional lately. And you know what? It's okay. And sorry if I'm rambling. The energies are very weird lately. I haven't even made a video, so sorry about that, but thank you for being here and sharing your energy with me. I'm gonna shuffle the tarot. It's called the Light Series Tarot by Chris Ann, and we're gonna see what message is coming. So okay, there were too many. By the way, that's my cat in his litter. Oh my gosh, you see? I'm like rambling right now. Queen of Swords, the High Priestess. This is good. This is really good. There's a lot of, either you are a girl, a woman, or you have a lot of feminine energy. You see, you got the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and then the Page of Pentacles. So first you're going through a major transformation. You might be going through spiritual awakening or just an awakening in general. And I'm hearing that you're finding out who's really on your side, like who are your friends, who you value, who you want to keep in your life, and who you don't want to deal with. So there's a lot of boundaries being placed right now, and especially the boundaries are being put like you're planning it. You're almost like thinking it, that's why I got the Queen of Swords, which represents that independence, you wanting to be a bit more ruthless with the decisions that you're making. And my cat can't stop, like I'm telling you. So this is good for you. This is a confirmation. This the loud noises, okay. um you have the Queen of Swords here, which pair with the High Priestess, which they came out together. It means that you are deciding what is good for yourself based on your intuition. And that's exactly what you're uncovering right now. And this is a new beginning for you. It doesn't seem like you did that a lot in the past. It seems like a new path for yourself. It seems I'm almost like I have a lot of sensations here in my face. So I feel like maybe you have been feeling like sensations in your body, or you just like want to speak up, you want to say things, because it's basically here, which is really close to my mouth. um for me, that's just how I interpreting it. Wow. Yeah, so after that we have the Queen of Cups again. That's really high connection with the High Priestess, which represents the highest. You're just in tune with your intuition. You're really in tune with what you really want, and not only your mind, but how you really feel about it. That's why you have the two queens, and this signifies that you are in total power of your life right now, or you are starting to feel more in power of your life. And then at the end, this one, it was funny because it's the Page of Pentacles. Represents It represents you stepping into this new reality that you're creating, for yourself. um and you're seeing it from a very fresh perspective. You're seeing it from, like, almost like with wonder and awe. And I'm hearing, I'm not willing to give up anymore. I'm not willing to give up on this anymore. Almost like you're not willing to give up on yourself. And listen, congrats for that, because that's also a hard decision to take, because you know that the moment you take that decision, there's a lot of things that have to happen in your life to adapt to that new reality that you're creating with the Page of Pentacles. So it takes a lot of courage to recognize that you want to change your life for the better, that you want to follow your intuition, be more intuitive with the decisions that you take, how you really feel in your body, how you feel in your mind. There's a lot of mind body connection. And also seeing it from a perspective of like almost like wonder, like excited. And I'm seeing that some of you might be a bit fearful of starting this, because it might feel like I'm hearing someone like, yeah, but what if they don't show me respect, or if they make fun of me? And one of the things that I want to tell you, if someone makes fun of you, you don't want them in your life. So you were right on telling them your boundaries. And you were too kind telling them your boundaries, because some people just don't deserve that like treatment, you know, no matter how many things you say, no matter how many times you repeat yourself, they don't get it. And you cannot change their minds. You have to move on from that. And honestly, I feel like you are already moving on from that, but there's still like these thoughts of you thinking that you need to, you know, almost like go back to your old ways of doing things, like your mentality and doing things in a different way. Like almost like disrespecting, doing yourself a disservice, which is bypassing your needs and caring for what other people think of you instead of you caring for what you think of yourself. Okay? And I know you know this. So this is not something new. I know you know this, and this is why you made this decision. And you have to be stubborn with your decision. Okay? When you make a decision to express love to yourself and to stand up for yourself, it's a lifelong decision. And I just felt like I needed to keep it like that, you know, like to be quiet and just keep it like that, because the moment that you realize that you have to be your biggest cheerleader, that any plan that comes up, like, you know, any idea that you have, a business idea, anything that comes up, you are the one that needs to hype yourself up. You are the one that is gonna go home, is gonna go back to your bed with those achievements. And those achievements can look different for everyone here. Like some of you, I feel like it's a lot of career oriented. A lot of you are mostly relationship. Um, I'm seeing like kids, so it must be also like your family, how you want to raise your family, how you want to take care of your children. um it might be a bit different to what you see in your surroundings, and that's okay. You know, that is perfectly okay. Perfectly okay. um we're gonna get some more cards. This one's, I'm gonna try to post more videos that are shorter, because I miss YouTube, and I do love my the people that are here in YouTube. Even though they're not many, you guys are very valuable to me, so I thank you. I'll always remember you when I get famous. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. um, we're gonna get a card for the Time Travelers Oracle, and before that, I felt when I was, you know, when I select the Oracle decks, I kind of sense the energy, and I sense that you're someone that wants to travel or wants to experience life in a new way, and that is exactly what, you know, what I felt when I was grabbing that oracle. I was like, okay, I feel like there's a bit of like excitement too about life. So it's not only about this new boundaries with yourself, but almost like seeing the possibilities of you living your highest potential. And you got trust. 41. So maybe 41 means something to you, or the number 5 means something to you, but there is a lot of energy with the 4 and the 1. The 4 represents the structure and stability, and the 1 represents a beginning. So you're starting something new, that it's in regards of your livelihood, your stability, your family, the way that you show up in your finances, in your career, and your boundaries. So really it's about respecting other people, but firstly respecting yourself. This is what I'm sensing right now. And the trust comes from trusting that the decisions that you're making, meaning this shifts that you have taken into really moving into a life that's more intuitive, meaning that you're choosing your lifestyle and everything more with your gut, because you have to trust that if you feel already good doing it, that's the right direction. And you have to trust your gut. Basically, it's like you have to learn to trust your gut. And don't worry, because when you start following your gut, it might feel like you're like, am I doing the right thing? Is this my gut or my brain? There's a lot of questions that can come up, and I can talk more about it, about how to trust your gut. There's like a lot of steps that, not a lot of steps, but there's some steps that you need to take in order to be able to hear your gut better, clearly. And when you do that, when you trust that you took that decision, you trust that you trust your gut. Basically, it's like you have to trust that you trust your intuition. You get it? You get what I mean? It's a bit confusing, I guess, but I guess that's it. Like, trust the confusion. And you see the chaos here, the Polynesian voyagers in the Pacific Ocean. They're just like traveling through all the chaos and all the craziness. And the ocean is again representative of water, which is the element of Cancer, which is all about water and emotions as well. So you're going through emotions. Yes, you're going through, like, even like you're gonna contradict yourself sometimes. You might want one thing now, and then maybe in 1 week you might be wondering, did I make the right decision? So one important thing that your guides are telling me right now is that you need to trust that. Okay, this is very much needed. And you need to know that your guides are oh constantly sending you signs. Constantly. There. So, um, if you like this reading, or if you resonate with this reading, let me know down in the comments below. I want to hear who am I reading for. And anyways, I'll see you soon. Bye. Thank you for watching.